Hi, everyone. This is Peter McPhail with Lifestyle Properties of Maine. Welcome back to our off-grid series. It's been a long time since we shot one of these, and just wanted to say thank you to Jack and Rachel, some of our longtime viewers that have enjoyed the series. So we'll try to get back at it and give you guys some more happenings of what's going on here in the Maine woods. Behind me, you can see a very dense forest, and this has been one of the projects I've been working on. I'll give you some better clips of how thick this forest actually is. Been working on converting this to field. I've taken about roughly 10 acres, not quite 10, but we've got two different plots, one right behind the cabin, which I'll show you here in a minute. And then I call the upper plot, the one behind the cabin's about 5.8 to 6 acres, and then separated by about 300 yards of thick forest like behind me. And then the upper field would be probably 3 acres, maybe a little bit better than that. So we'll take a look, but thanks for joining me today. Let's do another tour here of what's going on off grid. I'm standing in my blueberry garden. I planted about 14, I believe it was 14 high bush blueberries. I got some wild blueberries that are actually mixing in here. So I just finished laying down a weed barrier and mulching this. And then behind the fence, I actually planted 5 different elderberry plants. Those grew fantastic. They've only been in for a couple of years, and I actually harvested over 15 pounds of elderberry, and I'm going to make some syrup with that and maybe something else, but certainly make some syrup just for medicinal purposes. But I wanted to share a story. These blueberries, my biggest battle has been this year, either the slugs eating my plants, or the moose coming in and eating my blueberry bushes. I've had 2 feet of growth come up on the blueberries and then go for a few days, come back, and they're, mowed right down. So, but I wanted to share a story with you real quick, and let me show you the wood pile, because that's kind of where the whole story began. So late the other night, I was coming out to the wood pile. It was 9:30, 10 o'clock. I was going to get a load of wood to bring in and throw on the fire, and my headlamp, it was pitch black out. My headlamp batteries were pretty well dead, so I couldn't see more than a couple feet in front of me. But I get to the pile right here, and I grab one stick of birch, and I hear something walking right there. Obviously pitch black, couldn't see it. So I kind of step off to the side a little bit and lift my head up so I could see if the lamp would do anything at all, my headlamp. And didn't see anything, move a little bit more, and then I see these 2 big glowing eyes about 6 feet off the ground, the size of golf balls, looking at me. And right there, just the other side of that, the mulch. Shined the light on it. Like I said, it was pretty much dead. And all I could see were these glowing eyes, and they would move. They would drop down 4 feet, go up to 6 to 7 feet, and they would just kind of float in the air. It was really neat to see, and I knew they were too big to be a bear. I mean, you've heard the bear story about the one that growled at me here on a previous episode. So I grabbed a block of wood and I toss it out here, and I miss. But the eyes stay right there, they don't move. And I went back in the cabin to get a brighter light, and my shotgun, just in case, but I kind of had an idea what it was anyway. And yeah, you guessed it, it was the moose. It was coming in to feed on my plants, on my blueberry plants. And the moose came up out of this trail here. I came out the next morning, there was a nice track right here in the dirt. So yeah, kind of cool thing to see in the pitch black, these big eyes floating around. So, you know what, we got to run in the cabin real quick. I got to check on my drone batteries. I've got to go fly a property today. I got to see if those are charged. Let's go in and check on those. Yeah, those batteries should be charged by now. I always keep an extra couple of batteries. I had to start the wood stove, get that fired up today. It was 26 degrees this morning. Here we had a full moon last night, which was beautiful. I started on my woodshed, well, wood porch, I guess. Threw some wood in yesterday, got it piled. But let's go see if we've got green lights on the drone. Get that thing packed up. So let's see. Yeah, we've got it, man. We got the green light, so charged and ready to roll. Now that I've got the drone all packed up and ready to roll, I want to give you, probably the best thing to do is let's go upstairs off my master balcony here, and I'll give you a bird's eye view of the big food plot. If I can get this door open. All right. So there you have it. That's the just under 6 acres, I'm guesstimating. And we planted winter rye. It's going to be a clover field, and we had to plant late. Had so much rain this fall that we couldn't get it planted. So the winter rye hopefully will protect the clover, get it through the winter. The winter rye will die off next spring. The clover should take over. I have some radishes and some beets mixed in there too. So the same on the upper plot is same, planted the same. And then I've got a moose coming through, a couple of deer tracks. Kind of, you guys probably figured it would be the moose would be here, right? So our maples, we're losing the leaves fast. Still beautiful though. So we've had some pretty good frost here this week. I've lost a lot of my garden. I should have covered it up, but I got my mint and my thyme and oregano and rosemary. Basil got cooked. But the other project that I'm working on, this is the main driveway coming in. And then I want to build a circular driveway. Just it's easier getting equipment in and out. If I got company that comes to visit, just easier to get turned around. So I've been stumping this out. And then I've got to get some gravel hauled in. But just logistically getting people lined up to get things done. Everybody's busy. But I pulled a lot of stumps over the weekend. Got some firewood out of the trees. So we're looking good for that. Should have all the firewood I need. But this goes down to, I don't know, probably 300-400 yards out the road there. Goes to the upper food plot. I'll take you down there, show you that real quick. Arrived here at the road that goes into the upper plot. One of the things I had to contend with, well, this isn't one of the things I had to contend with, but I'll show it to you anyways. It's hard to see this time of year. If you ever see this cottony-like plant, it's wild lettuce. And I don't think it's edible. Well, I think it has a little bit of a sedative effect to it, if you were. So I think one of the pieces of equipment that were being used to make the field had brought some poison ivy in with it, because I've been fighting with that right here. So we've got some ivy and I've sprayed it, but you can see the leaves right there. Got a bunch of different patches of that. And I'm fortunate enough, I'm not allergic to it, but I've got friends that are, and I don't want anybody to get messed up in that stuff. So, yeah, I've walked through patches of that along the Penobscot River and never had an issue. But I know Phil's wife, Carmen, is very allergic to it. So we built this road coming in to the upper plot. We hit a lot of ledge. I'm going to show you a piece of it right here, and some ledge outcroppings here. Big piece right there. And well, you can see the rock pile in the middle of the field. That's a big ledge outcropping around that. And so here's our upper plot. It's a beautiful spot. And then through the back tree line, about 250 yards the other side of that tree line. There's a pond that in the summertime the moose will hang out in. But I'm very happy, even planting this late, very happy with the growth that we've experienced here. And I think come next year, this time next year, this will all be predominantly clover. Now that you've seen the upper plot, just wanted to say we'll probably put together a video on the actual conversion of the Timberland 2 field, just so you can see that process, because it was quite a process and it's been 2 years in the making. Not so much, I think if we had been able to find some hand crews that for rock picking, you can see some of the piles of rocks along the field. That was the biggest obstacle, was finding the actual labor to get the job done. But thanks for visiting with me today at my off-grid place. And please, if you live off-grid, share that in the comments. Maybe just let me know town and state that you're from. Anything else you'd like to share would be fantastic. This has been Peter McPhail with Lifestyle Properties of Maine. Again, thanks for visiting with me today, and I hope to see you guys again real soon.